also had the Commonwealth game, we had the Asian Games, we had the tennis and Australian Open. We also supported the domestic leagues in volleyball, pro volleyball league or pro wrestling league. So as I said, that the whole focus was on the multi-sport offering to the viewers, to the entire country, because that's what the country wanted. And that is why the entire focus has been that we're very proud that we have been showcasing some of the premium and outstanding content to the entire country. So this was last year. We all know that last year was a blockbuster year for us. Even this year is not going to be less. I mean, it's going to be very, very exciting. Roughly around 300 days of live cricket action, which is huge. We have the rights for the 8 cricket boards. That means whenever India is traveling, whenever the Indian cricket team is traveling outside the country, most probably it's going to come on Sony Pictures Sports Network. We have the rights for England, Cricket Australia, the PCB, the West Indies Cricket Board, Sri Lanka Cricket Board, Ireland, South Africa. So 8 cricket boards, we have the cricket rights. And this gives us 300 days of live cricket, which is huge. The India tour of West Indies, immediately after the World Cup, India is touring West Indies, playing a full-fledged series, 3 T20s, 3 ODIs, and 2 test matches. It's going to happen maybe sometime in July end to August end, or maybe the first week of August to first week of September. Dates are yet to be finalized, but the series is on. And we also have the all-important Ashes this year. I mean, we know that one of the greatest rivalries in cricket is the Ashes, and we have that in this summer in England. After cricket, one of the biggest sport in this country, what we have witnessed through our ratings and all the GRPs and the reach what we get, is the WWE. And very proud to have that. Proud to say that we have the WWE rights in this country, and we are making every effort to make it far bigger than what it already is. Obviously, it's exclusive on Sony Pictures Networks. As I say that immediately after cricket, WWE has seen a huge traction. And to make it even bigger, what we are going to do is, last year we launched WWE in Hindi. Earlier it used to be only in English. That was on 10/1. Last year we introduced on 10/3, because 10/3 is a destination for all the marquee Hindi content for sports. And we introduced Hindi last year, and we saw some amazing results in terms of the overall ratings going up. And now, last month only, we have started this in Telugu and Tamil also, because we felt that there's a huge audience in southern markets, and Tamil Nadu and Telugu in particular is a huge loyal fan base of WWE. So we have introduced that with the WrestleMania. We actually introduced the Telugu and Tamil commentary, and again, the results what we are getting from there are amazingly very surprising. Not surprising, but very satisfying, because all the investments what we're making on the sport to ensure that more and more people start sampling it, more and more people start getting hooked onto that is giving us the desired results. These are some of the marquee shows for WWE for the entire year. We also showed the Australian Open in the month of Jan-Feb. We also have the ATP Tour. So best of everything, we have the UFC. And let me tell you, UFC, it may not have the numbers of WWE, but this is also one sport which is growing very, very fast. And we have renewed the rights for the next 5 years. And the idea is that we're going to promote it very heavily so that it actually becomes as massive as WWE. MotoGP, NBA, even NBA, all these sports which are non-cricket sports, we have seen a phenomenal increase in the ratings in the last 3-4 years. And that's very important for everybody to understand. Because unlike, as I said, that I once again repeat, that 5 years back, India was different. And 2019 is different, and 2020 is going to be even different. It's basically becoming a completely multi-sport nation. And that we're very proud of, that we have the best of the action. In fact, the good news for the NBA fans is that for the first time in the history of this country, there are going to be pre-season 2 games of NBA, which are going to be played in Mumbai sometime in August, September. The full-fledged 2 teams are going to come here. They're going to play 2 full games here, and fans can actually come and witness it for the first time. And this is the first time, a North American sports league, any team has come to this part of the world. So that also shows that even these leagues, they understand the importance of this country. The leagues understand the changing behaviors of the of the Indian audiences. Football, well, we consider ourselves, and that's what entire the fan community considers us as the home of football, because we have been the home of FIFA for the last 8 years now. Very soon you will hear some good news about FIFA, which I can't announce right now. But apart from FIFA, you name the property, whether it's the Champions League, which is the best football in the world, the La Liga, the Serie A, FA Cup, everything, almost everything is with us. We have close to 800 hours of live football, and this is the best possible football because all the greatest players in the world, from across the world, they play these leagues. And we have the exclusive rights for the next 3 years. We all saw that what happened to FIFA, thanks to our marketing campaigns and the way we pushed this entire thing with 6 different language feeds and the wraparound shows and stuff like that. We saw unprecedented reach numbers for FIFA last year. That also shows the change in the appetite of people to watch or consume good quality football. And this was highest in the history of this country, that close to 177 million viewers watched FIFA last year. Now this is some of the glimpses of 2019, but we have something very big to announce as far as 2020, which is just 1 year away. The greatest show on earth, the Olympics 2020, which is going to happen in Tokyo, that we have acquired the exclusive telecast rights for that, for the subcontinent. Not only that, as I said, that we are supposed to be the home of football in this country. That's why the next year's Euro 2020, again, we have the exclusive telecast rights for the entire Euro tournament next year. The fact is that, as I said, that the whole idea is to magnify this whole offering. The idea is to massify all these sports. Yes, football is growing at a very fast rate, but to ensure that we actually reach those desired levels, what we have very ambitious targets when it comes to ensuring that more and more people start watching football and they start consuming this, the great quality European League and all these FIFA and other things. The idea is to magnify this whole thing. And in order to do that, we have chosen Farhan Akhtar this year, that he will be attending the Champions League final in Madrid on 1st of June. Why Farhan? Very simple. He's a youth icon. He has demonstrated that his movies also, sometimes that is Baag Milkha Baag, that he portrays those kind of, he's an inspiration for the youth. And has been following football very. I was just talking to him half an hour back, and he was actually telling me that how passionately he has been following the sport and how passionately he wants to follow it in future. So as I said, that overall, Sony Pictures Sports Network, it's a truly global multi-sports arena. The endeavor has been to bring in the best of the content for the audiences in India, and we're very proud of whatever we have achieved up till now. Very proud of all the acquisitions what we have made to ensure that we remain at where we are today. Thank you so much.
We don't need any more reasons, but I'm going to give you one very, very, very good reason. We have the man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to introduce on stage a man of many talents, singer, songwriter, actor, director. Please put your hands together for Farhan Akhtar. I'm going to request Rajesh to give Farhan the official match ball.
Sorry, can you just hold this?
Sorry. please.
Come, Farhan.
Give it to him. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Farhan. So, just a couple of questions, Farhan. We saw the videos right now, and I hope you had fun.
It's multiple times, I believe.
Yes, multiple times. Just want to get your views on this association and the Champions League and how you feel about it.
I'm supremely thrilled to be associated, of course, with the Champions League. I've been a football aficionado from a very, very young age, having played it. Not obviously not as professionally as these people play, but just having a lot of love for it, a lot of passion for it. And it's been one of my dreams to want to watch the Champions League final for many years now. And it's finally coming true. So it's one more thing off my bucket list.
Fantastic. And what do you specifically look forward to in the Champions League? I mean, it's the pinnacle of European football. But
Oh well, it is absolutely. I mean, I think it's football at the highest standard. You get to see all that you actually even don't witness at times in a FIFA World Cup. It's because these players are playing together so often through the year that the football truly is of the highest level. So, and of course, then the fan energy, the stadium, just everything that goes with it. It's like a carnival, and in the middle of that, there's one of the greatest sporting events of all time.
So, a little bit more. I mean, we've been speaking about football, and we know your background with movies and sports, and how you've been an enthusiast for sports and a big advocate for it. So, if I have to ask you, if you were to play a footballer in a next film, would you be open to that? Is there anybody you'd like to portray on screen as a footballer?
Why not? Yeah? I mean, I think given the way I look and my color of my skin, I'll probably have to play somebody from South America or somebody from Spain or Portugal.
Absolutely.
You know, I would imagine. I think from the current lot, Luis Suarez would probably be a good one to play. I've got the same slightly sticky out teeth like him. so probably him.
All right. And a little bit about, in terms of, we now have you talking about the Champions League and sports in general, but a little bit of a message about sports to all your fans and kids out there. If you have a message for them.
I've always felt that sport is a very important part of personal development. Not only physically, it also makes you mentally stronger. It encourages teamwork if you're playing a team sport. And it teaches you how to deal with success, how to deal with loss, how to remotivate yourself, and further your goals. So there's a lot of lessons, life lessons that can be learned through sport. And of course, it keeps you fit, which is also very, very important. And that's the one thing that you can truly gift yourself. Especially when you're young, you take health and everything just for granted. But as life starts catching up, the one thing that you realize that you must do for yourself is keep yourself fit, and sport is the best way to do it.
Fantastic. So looking forward to the big event. You're going to be in Madrid.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
So a little bit of your thoughts on 3 weeks from now. You'll be at the Wanda Metropolitana watching the UEFA Champions League final.
I have a feeling that no matter what I imagine it's going to be like, it's going to surpass that expectation. So I'm just really looking forward to it. You're pretty aware that a couple of years ago I came very close to going and watching the Madrids play against each other, the two clubs. Unfortunately, my shoot schedule changed a bit and I couldn't go, so I was sitting in front of a television set and crying. So this year, that dream finally gets to come true, so I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Fantastic. So on that note, this is a good time for us, and I'm going to request Mr. Kaul to share with you the official ticket for the Champions League final.
I love Mr. Kaul.
If we could have that, please. Ladies and gentlemen, one huge round of applause, please.
Farhan, how are you?
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. As you were saying that sports plays an important, it plays an important part in keeping you healthy. Which sport do you still play sometimes?
Well, I play a number of sports. So the one that I most often play is volleyball. And when we get enough people and space, unfortunately, it comes at a premium in Mumbai to be able to play things as much as you'd like. But we grew up playing, of course, cricket. We grew up playing a lot of football. Every weekend, everyone would just actually pretty much run out of their homes and run to this ground that was close by to where we live and play football. All of that has changed very much now with urban development that's happened over the years. And I do feel actually pretty sad for kids in Mumbai today. They're kind of always stuck on their screens because, of course, a kid's mind is hungry, wants to experience, have some fun, have adventure, play games. And with the shrinking open space, it's become more and more difficult for kids in an unorganized way to go and play. You have to plan things for them constantly now. There was nothing planned for us. You could just go out of your house and go and play whenever you wanted, kick a ball around. That's not there. So I do feel bad. I do hope that more parents, more people who are developing areas will keep that in mind so that children have an opportunity to also kind of develop their sporting abilities along with other things.
What position did you play when you played as a child? You played football, you said.
Yeah, I was always wanting to score goals, so I would play forward.
Center forward?
Sorry?
Center?
No, more on the wing actually.
Okay.
But I would play forward, yes.
If you could introduce yourself before question.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Hi, I'm Karen.
Hi.
Farhan, for you, now that you're going for the finals and seeing how the semi-finals first leg has already progressed,
That's
who
right.
do you see in the finals and whom are you supporting?
Well, it's difficult to say. I think the Barcelona-Liverpool game, Barcelona are clear favourite now to win that leg. The Ajax still kind of open. You never know. Although I think Ajax do have the advantage of playing away, so if they score a goal, it's going to get very, very difficult. I was supporting Man City. I'm a Man City supporter, so you can imagine I'm dealing with a lot of pain at the moment. But still, the event is going to be an exciting event. Like I said, we're going to see football of the highest possible quality, so I'm looking forward to it.
And if you get a chance to ask Messi one question?
If I get a chance to ask him one question, I want to ask him when he'll come to India. Fans here because he's got a huge fan base, in India, including my younger daughter who has a Messi team. So hopefully, maybe I can ask him to sign something for her. Yeah?
For me too.
Or for you as well. Okay.
Thank
Anybody
you.
else?
Yes, next. Lovely. Any more questions? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
ओके फरहान जी सबसे पहले तो कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन सोनी एंड चैंपियन लीग के साथ में आपकी एसोसिएशन हुई
जी, thank you.
तो क्या फील करते हैं आप एज एन एक्टर जब भी किसी के साथ में आपका एसोसिएशन होता है हम कहते हैं कि या लोग कहते हैं कि जब एक्टर आते हैं वो मैसेज देते हैं तो सारी दुनिया सुनती है एंड आज आप
नहीं सर, एक्चुअली यूएफा चैंपियंस लीग इतना बड़ा एक इवेंट है कि उसके लिए किसी एक्टर की ज़रूरत नहीं कहे कि आप इसे और बड़ा कर सकें. मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि मेरा एक एसोसिएशन हुआ है. ये सोनी पिक्चर स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क जो है और सोनी 10-2 पे जो आप ये देखेंगे उनके साथ मैं बहुत सालों से चाह रहा था कि मैं जाके एक फ़ाइनल गेम देखूं चैंपियंस लीग का. कुछ साल पहले एक बात हुई कि मैं जाने ही वाला था, लेकिन अफसोस से कुछ शूटिंग शेड्यूल चेंज हो गई, मैं जा नहीं पाया. तो इस साल जाने का मौका मिला है और मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि आई एम गेटिंग टू गो.
1 जून ये जो होने वाला है मैड्रिड में
जी
आप कितने एक्साइटेड हैं?
सर, मैं बहुत ही एक्साइटेड हूँ और मैं इतना एक्साइटेड हूँ कि काश आप मेरे साथ आ सकते तो आप देख सकते हैं कि मैच कितनी अच्छी।
Farhan, आपने अभी कहा था कि you're very much excited for the
Yes, sir.
and UEFA Champions League की बात करें, which are the club, your favorite club, just like you wish कि I wish I could play it for, मतलब real Liverpool, but what do you?
No, I don't wish I could play for these clubs. You know, it's not my job. I sometimes look at a film and I wish I could be in a film. You know, but not with sport. It's a very different discipline, and it's, you know, and football is called a beautiful game for a reason because it is poetic. It is very, very poetic. It's graceful, and there are some amazing players in all these teams. You know, it's not easy to make it to the semi-finals, much less the finals. The team that I was supporting and the team that I root for, even in the EPL, is Man City. So they were just recently, unfortunately, knocked out of the Champions League. But still, I mean, the teams of the highest qualities, and I'm just really, really looking forward to see a great game.
Okay.
You know, the first one.
जी, आपने अभी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में कहा कि अगर कोई फिल्म बनेगी फुटबॉलर पे, then you like to play. We want to know कि जैसे we know that भाग मिल्खा was directed by राकेश ओमप्रकाश मेहरा. Who is the other director apart from राकेश ओमप्रकाश मेहरा जो आपके साथ एक ऐसी फिल्म बना सकते हैं who can bring out the footballer?
यार ये इसका जवाब मेरे पास कैसे होगा कि कौन सा
Your
director?
favorite director, you can think.
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है यार. I mean, it depends on what is written and what is brought to you. Like I said, I mean, it would be fun to play a footballer, of course. It's always challenging to play a sports person, to play an athlete in a film because if it's a game as popular as football, you know, there are so many people who know the nuances of that game, who follow that game, that you don't want to treat them as fools. You want to like do the best that you possibly can. So any sport that you take on, you want to do your best, and that's what I would focus on, regardless of who's doing.
इसके अलावा फरहान अख्तर जी, हम देखते हैं कि हिंदुस्तान में प्रेजेंट टाइम में आईपीएल की बहुत ही धूम है
जी।
और हम देखते हैं बहुत सारे एक्टर जो है अपनी स्पॉन्सरशिप भी करते हैं, बहुत सारी टीम को सपोर्ट भी करते हैं. इन फ्यूचर हम आपको भी देखें कोई ऐसी टीम आप खरीदेंगे, परचेस
सर इस वक्त तो ऐसा कोई मेरा ख्याल नहीं है, कुछ मैंने ऐसा सोचा नहीं कि मैं ऐसा करूँगा, लेकिन मतलब ज़िंदगी एक ऐसी चीज़ है, मतलब कुछ भी हो सकता है लाइफ में. तो जब होगा सबसे पहले मैं आके आप ही सबको बताऊँगा, और किसको बताऊँगा.
और हाँ, आप सलमान के साथ काम कर रहे हैं तो खबरें थी, कुछ कहना चाहेंगे?
मैं हर साल जाके सलमान से एक बार मिलता हूँ. आई वेंट दिस ईयर.
I want to know how much do you follow Indian football? How much do you follow Indian football?
Like the soccer league that we have?
Yeah.
I do follow it to a certain extent.
Okay.
You know, there are some interesting players who've come in to coach and to manage, and the only thing I enjoy seeing is when the quality of football in the game is better. I can't say I'm very familiar with all the names of the players. You know, I know Sunil Chhetri, somebody who's doing really, really well. But apart from that, I do see that there is a jump in the level of football that is being played, in the quality of football that's being played. And of course, you want your team to eventually compete on a global level. That's what everybody looks forward to. You know, and my hope is that someday we should all be cheering for India in a FIFA World Cup. You know, so I feel that where we were maybe 7-8 years ago, we've come a long way. Since then, there's a lot more structure come into place, a lot more searching for talent, nurturing talent, creating talent, and I feel that will eventually show some rewards. We're in the process of it, but I do hope that happens.
फरहान, हमने जितनी भी सारी टीवी सीरीज देखी, we all found it good, but the funniest one was that कि जब आप आते हैं न्यूज़ है कि इनके वालिद ने कभी नहीं सोचा था that he can be an actor. So I just want to ask you कि recently आपके वालिद साहब ने जो कमेंट कहा था उसके ऊपर बहुत कुछ हो चुका है. उन्होंने एक बहुत ही जनरल बात कही थी कि if you are trying to ban Gurkha, then ban Gurkha also. लेकिन उसके ऊपर बहुत सारे weird reactions हुए, as like कि कहीं का कहीं जा रही है बात. What do you want to say?
Well, he has his opinions on things which are very valid opinions. I do feel that if anybody takes offense from it, they have, I guess, a valid reason to take offense and say what they feel. I think any kind of threat towards violence is not an answer. I'm against violence of all kind. So whether it's somebody threatening somebody in my family or threatening anybody else, I think violence is not the answer and you should stay away from it.
Last question, please.
And finally, क्या कुछ कहना चाहेंगे आप अपने दर्शकों के लिए, अपने viewers के लिए?
Sorry, yes, you have a question.
Would you ever consider buying a team, you know, because a lot of
He just asked me the same question.
because Ranveer, like in Indian leagues, you know, Ranveer
हाँ नहीं, he asked me the same question only about this thing. I just answered that. But जो दर्शक हैं, मैं बस सब उनसे कहना चाहूँगा कि ये जो इवेंट है चैम्पियंस लीग फाइनल का, वो मतलब साल में ऑफ कोर्स एक बार तो आता है, लेकिन इट्स वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट फुटबॉल इवेंट्स इन द वर्ल्ड. नॉट सेकंड, आई मीन इवन टू लाइक अ फीफा वर्ल्ड कप. इट्स अ मैसिव इवेंट. तो प्लीज़ आप देखिएगा, एंड फॉर पीपल हु आर ट्रैवलिंग देयर, आई होप टू सी यू देयर. फॉर दोज हु कांट, प्लीज़ वॉच इट ऑन Sony 10/2. It's the closest that you're going to get to this wonderful, beautiful game.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.